volleyball game of the season. Buchanan versus Clovis, battle of first place. An epic game that just got underway. We'll have much more from this game coming up in a little bit. We have two awesome stories for you today on the show. We caught up with the Cen Cal Dirt Dogs, a premier travel softball team, and we also headed down south to Bakersfield and caught up with the Carr brothers. Yes, we got an interview with the Carr brothers about their youth football camp. We have a great show for you folks. I hope you enjoy it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the G2 Fit Corner. My name is Coach Flex, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about mental toughness. Now, the main topic I'm going to cover is competition. In every sport that you play, no matter what the sport is, there's always competition. The art of trying to be the best, the number one on the team, the go-getter, the go-to guy, the playmaker. Now, some of the problems that we come across with some of our athletes is that they forget that in order to be the best, you've got to beat one person. And that's the most important person before you can worry about everybody else, and that's yourself. If you're not challenging yourself every time you're trying to do something, trying to overachieve, there's no such thing as overachieving being a bad thing. I like overachievers because the harder you work, the more you can accomplish, the more reliable you become. If you get in the habit of living that type of lifestyle, you're always going to succeed on anything that you try to apply your God-given talent to. Competition can be a pro or it can be a con. Some cases, when we're trying to compete with others, wanting to be like somebody else or wanting to be better than somebody else, we sometimes forget how unique and how strong, wanting to compete with ourselves, to get to the next level can be. You've got to start with what you already have. You've got to start with what's in front of you in order to be better than somebody else. There's always going to be someone stronger, faster, better looking, whatever you want to call it than you. But in order for you to get to the position to be able to overcome them and pass them up and earn the right to compete with them, because it's not given to you, you got to earn it. You got to learn how to compete with yourself. In most cases, hardworking individuals are usually the ones that really get the opportunity to showcase their talent. Okay, talent's not always going to do it for you. You got to work hard. You got to put the time in. You got to know what it's like to sweat, to burn, to ache, to have to get up at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, when everyone is still sleeping, to be the last person that goes to sleep, to stretch, to eat right, to do your homework, to do good grades, to listen to your parents. All that stuff requires mental toughness because you need all of that in order to be able to do what you got to do, without having any distractions. Okay? Once again, thank you for watching.
Thank the person that brought you here. They obviously care about you enough to want to bring you out here and have you guys get coached by these great coaches, and then me. I don't know why. Okay, I appreciate you guys. Say thank you to them. Tell your parents you love them. Tell your grandma, your friend, your uncle, whoever brought you, tell them you love them and tell them thank you. Okay, I could go to the draft, I could do all those things, but I stayed home in Bakersfield so I could be with my family. I didn't get there on my own. I'm not doing this on my own. Okay, I wanted to be with everybody. The house is going to be packed with family and friends. And I want everyone, I want you guys to feel when my name's called. I want everyone to feel like you're a part of it because you are. Okay, it's not, and you're not doing anything on your own. Don't be prideful. Y'all are going to get better. Y'all are going to get good training with him, working with Dave. Okay, y'all are going to be better than some people, okay, that you're around. Don't ever think you're better than somebody. Continue to work hard. That's the only way we got where we are is because we outwork everybody. There's some guys out here that are more talented than me. But I guarantee you, we go in the weight room or we come out here and run, I promise you I'm going to outwork you, okay? And that's my mindset every day. Okay, so make sure y'all tell your family thank you. God bless y'all. Thanks for coming.
Hello, we're here at Bakersfield Christian High School for the Carr Elite Derek and David Carr Passing and Wide Receiver Skills Camp. I'm joined here by Don Kessler, a coach here in the area, JV coach at Centennial High School. You've been here doing sports and things in Bakersfield for quite a while. Absolutely. Kind of tell us about how you teamed up with Derek and David and what you guys do here for the kids.
I've known the Carrs probably for about 5 or 6 years. Eric a lot longer. Mahanke, who was the head strength coach at Terrio Edge. And just been in contact with them, and we've just always wanted to run camps for the kids around this area. Not a lot of camps around here. Started talking about it a little bit a couple years ago, and then we just launched it this is our first camp, so really got into it probably about 2-3 months ago. Came to me, wanted me to market it. I did coach, like I said, coach high school ball here, varsity, freshman, JV, back to JVs, and just know a lot of kids, a lot of coaches. There's a need for these camps in town. As you can see, our first camp, we had 80 kids, 49 in this session. We had 31 in the last session. So and that's not even our big man camp. We're definitely going to do big man camp. Everybody forgets about the big man. You know, my youngest is a big man, and so they have no camps around here. And we want to take it up the valley. We definitely are going to put some camps on in Fresno. Dave and Eric and Derek also are starting the the Carr Elite training facility, which is going to be on board probably about the middle of June to the end of June. It's going to be state-of-the-art, everything. There's going to be an indoor track, grass, the turf, and all the equipment you need to get to that top level.
For all the parents out there that have young, aspiring football players and such, what do the kids learn out here? What do they get from Derek and David teaching them?
The basic, obviously, is all their years of experience, especially with Dave being in the NFL, these young kids, Derek coming back, and just things that they've learned, this, to be a quarterback, it is the most scrutinized position on the field. It don't matter. I don't care where you play. If you're the pitcher, you're scrutinized. If you're a quarterback, you're scrutinized. What they're doing out here is giving them a foundation of what they need to be, where they need to be, how they need to learn to get that next level. This one day is not going to make an NFL quarterback, but what this does is gives them that drive, gives them that energy to go, hey, I need to learn more. I need to get more. I need to be where those guys are. And that's basically what it is. It's a little a taste of what we're going to do out here. You can also have lessons. You can also sign up with lessons. And you don't have to be a football player. You can be a baseball player. You can, what they say, speed kills. Speed kills. Eric's a track guy, he's a sprint guy, and that's some of the stuff. But as far as this out here, just giving them those guys a little thing that might twerk it, and every coach, as well as I do, has their own philosophy on how they want to coach a kid. We tell them out here, listen, this is not the only way. This is just one way. So if your coach says, I want you to do it this way, then by gosh, you better do it that way. But this is a good way. This is one of the right ways.
And now I'm standing here with a couple of guys you may not know. David Carr, Derek Carr, they played football at Fresno State, kind of a big deal. Guys, you're busy all the time doing stuff. How are you able to put on a time to provide a camp like this?
Oh, our schedule, we try and worked it around the camp. We wanted to be here for the kids. Some things came up and we had to say no. We wanted to be here for the kids and make sure that, we can pour into these kids and just be an inspiration for them.
This is the first annual Carr Elite football camp. You guys are getting a brand new facility, and I understand this is going in your backyard?
Yeah, pretty much. It's in our backyard, so we figured we'd keep it close so we don't have to drive a long way to work, no commute. So that's the plan.
Now, you guys are so different than most people. Your faith, you're really positive. You really want to help the kids. What's your favorite thing about today?
Favorite thing about today is there's no negativity. You get to have fun playing football, and that's what the game intended to be. And then now it's blown up to so many things that it's not that way all the time. And like Dave says all the time, there's so much stress involved in it. Sometimes it has to deal with people's insecurities and their knowledge that they don't have. And so we just want to come out here and just help these kids the best that we can and be a positive and influence on them. So when they go home, they can say, wow, I really did have fun today.
The kids look like they were having a blast today. Now my boss would kill me if I didn't ask you. Yeah, you know it's coming. You have a busy week this week.
Yep.
I want to ask David, though. David, you've been through this. What advice have you given Derek, and what would you say to most kids going through this?
Man, the advice for him, it would take your whole film. So I think that coming up on Thursday, he knows. He knows that wherever he goes, it's God ordained, and he's going to have an amazing plan for him to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ and be a positive impact, just like he is with these kids, but to be that to an NFL team. It doesn't have to be any different. Talented guys just keep being, they just keep moving up, and they start getting paid for what they do. But it can be the same. He can have a positive impact on those guys. They can win a lot of football games. He's crazy talented. Whatever team he goes to is going to be super blessed to have him. But the fun part is going to be kind of just watching and waiting and see where he goes.
What's one thing that surprised you this whole week?
This whole week, man,
Well, about the draft, not so much this week, but one thing that surprised you about the whole draft that maybe David didn't tell you.
He kind of told me everything. He told me all the secrets. He said, hey, one day they're going to wake you up early on, for the combine. One day they're going to do this. So I was ready for all that kind of stuff. But I'd say, just the one thing is some of the questions they ask are pretty funny. I had one team ask me how my relationship with my dog was. I thought that was pretty funny.
Good stuff, guys. Thank you so much. You do an awesome job. Keep helping kids. If you have a child in football, get them in one of these Carr Elite Camps. It's going to do so much for them. Guys, thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
The Buchanan Bears, now outright track champs, 29-4, 9-0 in league, ranked 4th nationally. What a program, what a job done by head coach John Jay, who, hey look, I happen to be standing next to right here. Jay, this is your 14th season coaching the Bears. Is there any argument at all to this being your best team?
Oh, man. We've had a lot of talented teams come through, a lot of individuals that have been really well, and have gone on and done a lot of great things. But as a team, these guys are definitely one of the top teams we've had, for sure.
Speak of the job the kids have done this year. You've accomplished goal one, win league, now the playoffs start. Speak of the job they've done and what you're going to tell them for this playoff run.
Well, when we start at the beginning of the season, we have some goals we lay out. And one, like you said, is to win track, go undefeated, go 10-0. We're one game, one match away from doing that on Thursday night. And then once we finish that, we'll set our goals for playoffs. And hopefully everyone enters the playoffs, and we'll have the first match on Tuesday. And we got to go through each team and get to state. With our ultimate goal is winning state and having another shot at Huntington Beach.
Now, you guys had, you played with heavy hearts. John Righty, some of a tragic incident over the weekend. How do you keep the team focused? And they obviously did tonight. How do you keep them focused for this playoff run?
Well, they all are playing when they're focused, playing well. I think once they just get out on the court, they kind of block everything out and just, set their mind to what they have to do. And so they just go out and attack. If it's a pass, if it's a set, if it's a hit, they just focus on what they need to do then and get it done, and then we'll deal with everything else as it comes.
Can you talk a little bit about the young guys? I mean, you're getting production and contributions from everywhere. Patrick Gassman, Ryan Smith, Donovan Mitchell, these guys are playing big for you, and fairly underclassmen. Talk about the job they've done.
They've done a great job. I mean, all our guys are playing well. We're well balanced. So when you're a well balanced team, David, our setter, has a lot of options. So he makes everybody look great. Donnie will get a lot of hits. Ryan get a lot of hits. Our middles are doing great. Wesley is a little undersized in the middle, but very deceiving. He gets the job done. He's over 150 kills already for the season. So, and then everybody they just want to win. So they're willing to do whatever it takes to do that. If it's they have to lay out for a ball, we're going to do it.
That's right, the great Al Davis said, just win, baby. That's what you guys are doing. Buchanan, good luck in Nationals, man.
Great, thank you.
Buchanan coming off a 3-game sweep of Clovis to win the track outright. I'm joined by Donovan Mitchell, Ryan Smith. The two big guys on the outside. Ryan, I'll start with you. The transfer from Texas, you came in here, you fit well with these guys, and you've accomplished goal number 1 on the season. Talk about how the year has been for you and this goal here tonight.
It's just been great coming in and everyone supporting me and just being put in a good team. We're good atmosphere playing with all these fans. And it's just great to be playing this high. It's probably our top rival right now. So
would you say this is one of the more important games of the year for you guys?
For sure, yeah. And just getting ready for the Valley game. If we make it that far, we'll play Columbus High in the Valley Championship. So we'll go right for that.
Donovan, I know you guys played with heavy hearts. You lost a huge member of the Bear family, parent, supporter, and John Wrighty. How would you guys feel coming into this game? Was everyone ready to play?
We were all ready to play. We just wanted to give them one good last showing before, well, not before, after. It was just this game was for him. It was fun.
This game obviously in honor of him. You send them out the right way. This has been a great year for you guys. All sorts of success. Ranked 4th in the nation. Now you've won the track. And now the playoffs start. This is where it heats up. You kind of feel like it may not be a successful season if you guys don't win the Valley?
It would definitely be. We'll be very upset if we don't win Valleys. It's a very. We want to win state. That's our main goal right now. Valleys is one of our stepping stones.
You've got an offer. You're looking at offers in basketball. You're a basketball guy. You're going to be playing in college. Eventually later on. What kind of schools are you talking to here from?
Arizona State, Arizona, and North Carolina.
All right, man. You think about going to North Carolina cross country?
I don't know. I'm not big on the cold.
Well, I'm a Tar Heel guy, man. Carr Heels. Ryan, what are you going to be doing on in the summer after the season ends? Right before, doing anything special before senior year?
Right after school starts, we go practice the club. We have nationals this year in Houston, Texas, so we're just hoping to go there and make a showing, hopefully win that team. We have a pretty good team, club-wise, so.
You guys are doing awesome things. I'm sure you guys will make noise in nationals. Ryan Smith, Donovan Mitchell, your track champions, Buchanan Bears. And the CVSR show keeps on rolling along. We just wrapped up here at Buchanan. What an awesome game. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we've got a great story about the Cen Cal Dirt Dogs, a premier softball travel team that you need to know about.
Intimidating on the mound, but I don't intimidate other students on campus.
I'll make a no-look pass on the court, but no mean looks on campus.
I'm rough on the field, but I never rough up another student.
7 out of 10 students each day witness bullying and do nothing about it.
Take a stand. Stop it.
That's enough.
That's enough.
No more threats. No more violence.
Make a change. Try nice this year. Be kind on your campus.
Hanford West is home to the Central California Dirt Dogs, a travel softball team that has age groups everywhere from 10 to 12 to 14, 16, and 18. And we had to track down someone that would talk with us, Richard Pontecorvo, head coach of the 16 team here for the Central California Dirt Dogs. Richard, the Dirt Dogs have been around for 9 years. You guys are known for getting girls to college, over 20-plus kids. You guys do a great job with these girls. Tell us a little bit about the Dirt Dogs and what you guys do here.
Like you said, we started about 9 years ago. Actually, with the first group of kids, we started off with 2 teams, 12-year-old teams, and started playing higher competition down south and started developing our kids into great ball players, athletes, good students, and competed in national tournaments, and now our kids are being looked at by major colleges. And like you said, we've gotten about 20 kids scholarships to play at the next level.
Now, you guys have had girls in the past such as Megan Sweet and Alyssa Martinez, girls that have gone on to play, in the D1 level, and now girls on this team, and I'm talking about the 18, the senior team, Rachel Rodriguez, Claire Stucker from Bullard, McKenna Young, top-notch girls, but most of the team is round up of non-blue chip athletes, so it makes it even more impressive as you guys go down south and you play core teams that are staples down there at softball, and you guys are a winning program, right?
That is correct. And when we first started out going down there, we actually had to see what kind of level that we needed to be at and where the kids needed to be at. So these kids here at the Dirt Dog organization know that they have to work hard both on and off the field. They make a huge commitment during the summer, practicing daily, going to private lessons, traveling all up and down the state, playing as many games as possible to get better and better each day.
Now, the reason I love this because you guys have a lot of similarities with CVSR. You guys put an emphasis on academics. Now, you guys actually, I'll let you elaborate on it. Tell us about what you guys do with the girls here for academics.
On the 16-year-old team, we check their grades periodically, probably every couple of weeks. We require them to get transcripts so that when we talk to college coaches, we can present a transcript and it's true for what it is. And if they're not doing well in the classroom, obviously they're not going to do well on the field. So, we emphasize the homework and taking the SATs. Like today, we have girls taking SATs that are not here today. But we feel that's very important, is to get a college education, because after 4 years of college, these girls are done and it's time to go into the workforce.
That's right. Like we said, over 20-plus girls to college. These guys do a great job. The season will start after Memorial Day. Once playoffs wrap up, CIF rules won't allow them to play a game. So a lot of practices. And how are you feeling about your 16-year-old team?
I'm pretty excited about our 16-year-old team. We got some good pitching, some good girls. During the fall, we had an outstanding fall, beating all those core teams.
Oh, wow.
And so now we're working our way to play in the Premier National Tournament.
All right, well, congratulations, Richard Pontecorvo, Central California Dirt Dogs. We'll see if we can find anybody else around here we could talk to. Thanks a lot, Richard.
You're welcome.
Well, that's going to do it for our show here today at CVSR. We hope you enjoyed it. Check out CentralValleySportsReport.com for all information. If there's anyone we should be following, please let us know. Buchanan, you're track champions. How about that?